as an organization, we wanted them to know we support them from the top down. Michael has called me multiple times to talk through things. How can we help? How can we do different things? What resources can we be to our players, to help them, whether it's community relations, working on projects they want to work on, PR, how do they want to carve out a statement. We want to be there for them, and we support them through this time.
How much have you and the team discussed what the anthem will look like on opening day of the 2020 season?
We have not. Obviously, we're going to support our guys. They know that, but there's so much up in the air right now as far as what the fall is going to look like on any level that we haven't touched on that.
Look, that's Kliff Kingsbury, the Cardinals coach, talking about supporting their guys without really making the kind of unconditional, unequivocal statement that I'm looking for from teams. Hey, look, if a guy chooses to protest during the anthem, we encourage them to do it. We support them in their choice. We don't want to get in their way at all. We don't want to make them to think they have to do things a different way. We're not going to try to convince them of anything. It's their decision. We encourage them to make their personal decision. We don't encourage them to kneel. We encourage them to make their decision. I want to hear the team say that, because I think a lot of times, and I'm not saying the Cardinals are doing that, a lot of times, yeah, we support our guys, but then that kind of melts into a team decision that everyone's going to stand or something like that.
Right.
So
right.
We'll see as we get closer to September, Chris. But, a lot of these owners lean right. A lot of these owners are concerned about fan reaction from those who would say thou shalt stand. And it's going to take a lot for them to set that aside and say what needs to be said. We encourage players to make their own personal conscientious decision about what they do during the anthem, and whatever they do is fine with us. That's what every team needs to say. We'll see if they say it.
No doubt. And I think Kliff Kingsbury will say that. I think he's fighting for the greater good, and he understands that, certainly. I think it's one of those things where he probably just caught him off guard a little bit as far as what they're going to do during the year, because like he's saying, he doesn't know what the hell is going to happen for their football season at this point yet. But you better support them no matter what your team is. I don't know, it's the right thing to do at this moment. Yeah, African Americans, the black community, they need our help. And, of course, the message didn't get through the first time. He also has a guy on his team in DeAndre Hopkins who came from Houston. And let's not forget, there was some issues there, as far as a little racial tension and all that upset the players in that locker room. So you don't want to start that problem again, certainly. But I think Kliff Kingsbury will certainly get behind his players when the time comes.
Kliff Kingsbury isn't the issue. The issue is the top of the organization, because the coach, if he wants to remain the coach indefinitely into the future, he's going to take his cues from the guy who signs the paycheck. Michael Bidwell is the one who's going to have to set the tone in Arizona, just like Jerry Jones in Dallas and every other owner throughout the league. What tone will they set? They are the ones who need to add their voices to this and say, we encourage our players to do whatever they believe they must do during the national anthem. If they choose to stand, stand. If they choose to kneel, kneel. If they choose to sit, sit. It is their decision, and we encourage them to make that decision, and we will not try to influence them in any way, shape, or form, period. That's what every owner needs to say, in my opinion.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.